We are at West Virginia State University, the Country Roads Classic, and going to talk with the Westside head coach and quickly aging Michael Asbury.
Yeah, a little more direct, a little more receiving hairline over the last couple weeks for sure.
Let's just kind of start, there's no denying this is a really good win for you guys.
Yeah.
Anytime you beat a program like Williamstown, that's a good win. But let's just kind of start from the beginning here. A little bit of a rough start. You get down as much as 11 with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A little similar to last night against Scott. So kind of, tell me how this is dynamics working right there with the slow starts.
I mean, we scored a little more than 10 points the first half this time, like we did last night. But,
right.
They came back out. I thought, when they started out in their, that extended 2-3 zone, that's what we faced last night at Scott. So, hopefully, I was hoping we would have attacked it a little bit better there in the first half. But, last couple games we've been slow to start, but and that's the thing about our group, and these boys don't quit, and they stay after it, and we flipped the script today and last night. Last night we scored 10 points in the first half and came back out and put up 40, and today we fell down early and outscored them 31-12 I think in the second half. So defensively we're much better, rebound the ball a little bit better. There's a direct correlation with that with us anyway. Is the better if we can put a body on somebody and clean the glass up, then
right.
Defensively, initial defense, we're doing a pretty good job, but we just haven't been finishing possessions like we need to. And,
right.
There in the second half, we did a better job.
I was going to say, I think that's a good point, because one thing I really was, I thought was really big for you guys in the first half, even though you weren't making anything, you were playing with great energy and really getting good looks. They just seemed like the ball was rattling out on you a lot.
Yeah, we had some looks and missed some shots, and we like the last couple of games. We've try to get out of that half court zone. It's not something we see a whole lot,
right?
So it's good to face it now. But we tried to speed the game up a little bit. And,
right.
It's tough to do when you're not putting the ball in the hole. But,
right.
We stayed with it. Was able to get the game sped up a little bit in the second half, get some turnovers, get some rebounds, and kind of turn the game in their favor in the second half.
Any schematic changes in the third quarter? I mean, when you're down 11 with 5 minutes to play, did you change anything? Because, like we was talking, you only gave up 5 points the rest of the game.
We didn't have to really change a whole lot other than just doing what we were supposed to do.
Okay.
And I don't know why we waited until the second half last night and today. But I guess better late than never, but we'd love to have it for a full 32 minutes. But,
right.
We got to get there. We have to get there. Do I think we can? Yes, but it's
right.
Haven't been playing a lot of kids, so that's probably partially on me. These kids retired, man. We
Right.
played at Scott late last night and got up here to Charleston and stayed in the hotel and got up this morning, came over and played another tough team. So
right.
They're gassed and wore out. So that's something I have to do a better job of is trying to get them some breaks, be strategic with them, give them some breaks. That way, we can stay fresh and mentally, physically, and be ready to go.
This is 3 big wins in a row for you guys. You beat Bluefield, you beat Scott, you beat Williamstown. We kind of expected this a little bit. You got a group that's really kind of new to the varsity level, playing together. Mm-hmm. You figured they would start to put it together as the year went along, and you really weren't out of those games earlier in the season with like James Monroe and teams like that. Right. Do you feel pretty good about where we're going here?
Yeah, I think we're headed in the right direction. Mm. It's as good a guards as we have. We're looking at getting like a certain number of points and rebounds from the bigs every night. And Ethan Walls and Ethan Klein both gave us some really good minutes today.
Right.
Braden Vance has done a good job. Logan McGilly's come in spot minutes, but he's done some things. He's set me some screens today and a few good box outs for us. So, if we can find a way to put it together as a team for a full game, I think we can be pretty dangerous.
I kind of have to touch on Braxton's play today. He gets 10 points for you, a couple steals, but he's 2 for 3 from 3-point line, and when they're playing that zone on you, which was key. Yeah. He shot the ball well, and I thought he had a really big game for you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I guess a smarter coach would have not set him out most of the fourth quarter, You know, when you get stuff rolling, it's hard to
Right,
sell to mess
right.
with a good thing. But
Right.
you know, that's nothing against Braxton because he played his tail off. And,
Right.
You know, he's
And he always does.
he's capable. You know, sometimes he gets a little bit passive.
Yeah.
But when he's confident, and he's stepping into it with confidence, and you know, getting his hands and feet ready to shoot, he can knock them down. So,
Yep.
and I was glad to see him today get some early, get some confidence, and you know, he's a big part of what we can accomplish this
Yeah.
year for sure.
Kind of got a low-key game Friday, you know, no, not too big, you know. Of course, we're joking, but you get another county battle with your eastern side of the county. I guess, you know, probably kids are looking forward to that, I'd assume.
Well, you know, it's been good because you know we've had some tough games, so you know
Right.
you can't look past one thing for another. You know,
Right.
and if you do, you're doing yourself an injustice by you can't look past Bluefield or
Right.
Scott or
Yeah.
you know. Coach Sawyer does a great job with Williamstown
Absolutely.
Wednesday, and we're excited to be able to schedule this game because
Yeah.
you know, even they're young. Like you know, he's an excellent coach, and they ran some good stuff. And,
Right.
and it's good for us to see stuff like that. But,
Right.
yeah, as far as looking forward to it, you know, our kids have been pretty good about staying focused on what's next for them. So,
Yep.
you know, tonight they're going to celebrate this and go cheer on their girls. Their girls are hosting Miami East tonight, so
Right,
they're going to go cheer
right.
on their girls, and you know, hopefully they can pull out the win tonight. And then tomorrow we'll shift our focus to Miami East, and you know, Friday go and give it all we got.
All right. Michael Asbury with Westside Boys Basketball.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks, Coach.